I want to introduce you guys to our new project car, the Ferrari 512 race car. This car is going to undergo a massive transformation, and we don't even know if this 30-plus-year-old engine even runs. Once it's all complete, this car is going to be debuted at the Meguiar's booth at the Exotics on Broadway show during Monterey Car Week. So you know the caliber of this car has to be really, really special. We have a ton of work to do, so let's get into it.
I was expecting a junkyard car, bro. Seriously.
No, this is nice.
This is really cool.
This is
Oh, yeah. Look at the motherboards back then. Man, this thing is so cool. It's got big brake kits. I'm assuming from the factory, or maybe this is added to it?
No, these are upgraded for
Really?
sure. There's a lot of upgrades on this car, and there's a lot of things on this car that are race car only, which is not troubling, but you can just tell that, man, this thing had a purpose-built life, and like the door handles are
Does it have
gone.
a handle?
Like it doesn't even have a handle here. Literally, to get in and out of this car, you have to remove this detent pin.
Oh.
And there's a welded-on tab.
Oh, but this is good.
Literally part of the freaking
Look at
roll
this.
cage. This is a proper race car, but man, it still has the gated shifter in here.
I
Like,
see that.
there's so many, like, oh man, but then you look in here like, oh, but it has the gated
Yeah.
shifter still. Like, there's so many really cool parts about it. Holy crap, dude. Here it is.
What is this?
Photos.
We got flicks in there.
Woo! No way.
That is sick.
Oh, dude. So this is the original car before they turned into a race car.
That is so
This
cool.
is
We have
neat.
never
This
seen
is-
something like
This
No.
is the best part of these types of finds. This
No.
is the best part of these types of finds. Look at that roll cage building.
No way.
Man,
Wow, that's so
that's
freaking
really cool.
So the book
I don't think I've ever seen this. Like, we never bought a car like this before.
Pop the hood.
Pop the hood, Ricky.
Pop the hood. Is that what this is? I think that's what that is.
Dude, these inlets are actually active.
Are these the intakes? Like,
Yeah,
it was
they made like their own factory forced air intake.
It goes, it goes up to get to the center and then it splits.
V12. Baby V12. This is Throttle's first V12 ever.
Yeah, it's definitely V12.
Well, it's actually not V, it's plain, huh? It's flat plane.
It's flat. Look, it's like a Subi.
So it's not a V12.
I would call it a flat 12.
Flat 12. Look at the back window. It's like full race car. They got rid of the glass altogether. Just put a piece of blue Lexan in there, and the roll cage cutouts are just straight. There's not even like an attempt to
Oh yeah.
to make it airtight whatsoever. Yeah, this is through and through race car.
We got an electric motor up front.
Part of the gas tank.
One thing I noticed a lack of is headlights.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, look at this. You can see where the old headlights used to be.
Yep.
This is sick.
Dude, look at the carbon Kevlar construction
That is
on
so
this.
that's really
cool.
This is when you take the hood off and you put it on the holder. You have cup holders. That's what that is.
Coke holders.
Yeah, duh. They know we were gonna get it.
Can you imagine just pulling this thing out of the trailer to go race at any racetrack? Like, this is a serious machine. So
They called it the Silver Surfer.
yeah, apparently the previous owner had a thing for DC Comics or something because he had quite a few cars that were named after superheroes. So there's another one back there, that Corvette. I found the key.
Oh, the key.
It has a key. Oh man, look at this key. So
Oh, I thought you broke it.
no, what
I'm
the
like,
heck?
don't do that.
It has like a hinge on it.
That's really cool.
All loaded up. Let's get this thing down to the garage so we can show the rest of the team.
Oh,
How's it look?
The new tow rig. This is gonna be the second Ferrari in the garage. Yeah, dude, that is so proper. Oh my God, it barely fit.
Holy crap, that thing is wide. Oh my God. Dude, the freaking exhaust pipes, the tire, you see the tires on it?
12, baby. 500 horses, baby.
That is not a V12, first of all, sir. That's a flat 12.
12.
Holy crap. What is that? Is that the gearbox?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like the 355. It's out in the back.
How cool is this, man?
So empty. Look at this. There's nothing back here. This is like a full-blown
But this is all factory. Look at these welds, dude. Oh, before you guys start snooping too deep here, let's get out of the trailer so you can get an actual look at it.
First of all, there's no headlights. Where are the headlights? Why are there no headlights?
They're shaved. Check this out. So apparently they weren't racing this thing at night. Full bitchin' carbon Kevlar hood.
Oh my god.
And you can see where the headlights sit here.
Freaking massive. These are plastic.
This thing's proper, dude.
Look, I see Ricky's feet in there, dude. I see some chanclas down
look
there.
at that chanclas!
Yeah. This thing
This
is
is so
freaking
cool,
rad,
man.
bro.
Look at all these relays and look at this mil-spec harness and everything.
So here's the deal with this car. We bought this car. We saw it once or twice, but we don't know all of the history on it, and we just know it's been a parked race car for we don't know how many years. So we hope the motor's good. We hope it wasn't just blown up and then stored that way. But with these motors, you do have to do the engine out service after a couple years anyway. So we're planning on doing all that stuff.
This one's gonna be fun. I think the 355 build got us all dialed in on these old school Ferraris. I think this one's gonna be nice and easy. Before we take this Ferrari in the garage, tear it apart with the engine out for a full restoration, I want to show you guys something cool. This is Meguiar's Paint Dash and Glass. It is a one bottle solution for cleaning your car. Now, a lot of people, what they'll grab is a quick detailer, clean the entire car with it, and then go, oh, we might as well clean the windows because we're right there and I don't have a good glass cleaner. Meguiar's have thought of that and have now integrated everything into one bottle. So you can clean the paint, you can clean the glass, it won't leave any streaks, and they made this interior safe and designed to be used on dash surfaces, which is perfect, meaning you don't need to carry around 3 bottles in your car to clean it. If you're going to a car meet, you just need this one.
So you can understand why this has become our go-to bottle around the shop. Now let's get a final look at the car because this is the last time it's gonna look like this. So let's check it out. Quinn, what do we got in store for this?
We're gonna be doing a full restoration, brand new fresh paint all the way around the car. We've got a new wheel and tire package, and we're gonna pull that flat 12 out for servicing, get it banging on all 12 again, and actually running and driving and actually a functioning car. We've got a lot of work to do, so let's get started.
So excited.
Now the first step to getting this thing back on the road is to pull this flat 12 out so we can get it running.
One thing we know is this grimy engine is not gonna cut the mustard. We're gonna have to send this out to get blasted, I think.
Cut the mustard? I've never heard that before.
You've never heard cut the mustard before? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans.
It's a pretty Ohio thing.
I've heard cut the mofongo, but I never heard.
Yeah, let's out. Let's keep going. Rear end is completely off the car. As you can tell, we just got the exhaust system out and we're getting very close to getting this flat 12 out. I'm very excited to start playing with this engine. We've got a couple of braces, some air ducts, and a bunch of cooling lines to take off, and then we can start working on figuring out how we're actually gonna lift this thing out, because I really don't know how we're gonna do it right now. But I'm very excited to get this engine out. This thing's gonna be freaking cool to see. I'm done in the engine bay for now. Now it's time to take the car up. We gotta disconnect the shifter, drain the oil, drain the coolant, take the axles out, and see what else is connected to the engine underneath. I know there's a couple of dry sump oils, lines, some things like that. And from the top, aside from the coolant hoses here and here, everything else is disconnected. So we're actually pretty freaking close. All right, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Everything is disconnected. I've got all of our engine mounts completely off, and this thing is literally just sitting here in the engine bay with nothing attached to it. So we're gonna grab it by the intake manifold, rip this thing out of the engine bay. I hope it goes well. This is a big motor. I've never pulled one of these before, so let's go for it. I saw a picture, it was probably taken like 20 years ago, some guy pulling this engine, and he just had one of these back and forth a bunch of times, so we're gonna do that. See, the key here, key to all this is making it look like you know what you're doing. You make it look like you know what you're doing. Nobody questions it. All right, motor strapped. You ready? Ready to pull this thing out? I hope it goes well. This is not very strong, so if it falls, then we're in big trouble. I got this, I think. That's the first time a carabiner's ever broken.
I've never seen
It's
that.
good for 5,000 pounds.
Well, I think we got 5,001 because it snapped in half.
All right,
Well, I'm glad it happened right here.
Oh yeah. We're going for attempt number 2. The carabiner failed, it didn't lock itself.
Wait. You didn't lock the carabiner.
I had it locked.
Yeah, this is
It's a flat 12 with a trans underneath it. Of course it's gonna be heavy.
She's like, hey.
How sick is this?
This is freaking rad, huh? It's a big motor. Ricky, can you actually go bring the car down? That's a big girl, huh? Look at that thing. Flat 12, brother.
Massive. All right, keep going.
Keep going up, keep going up. I'm trying to think if this is the first 12-cylinder engine I've ever worked on. It might be.
Pretty sure it is.
I don't know if I've ever done a V12 or a flat 12.
I've never pumped an engine up and it was this heavy to pump.
Really?
Never.
All right,
This is really
let's,
heavy.
yeah, keep going. This is a big freaking motor. That's because it's a flat 12. And on top of that, the transmission is underneath it. So here's where the shifter goes in and out. If you'll notice, here's the cylinder head, right? Freaking huge, and there's 2 of them. But if you look under here, not only is the exhaust right here, this is where the axle comes through. Very, very interesting setup on this car. And on top of that, you have your clutch, flywheel starter assembly here, and then it goes through like its own little transfer case, and then it goes into the transmission. So the motor is sitting on top of the transmission like this. So a lot of times you'll have the engine, you'll have the trans back here. But in this case, the trans is underneath, which makes it even heavier. It's kind of a really cool way to do like a flat 12 because it's a pretty, even though it is big, if you compare it to like a motor with a trans hanging off the back, this is a pretty small powertrain unit, which is very interesting. So really cool setup. It is time to get our 512 Testarossa engine up and running. Now this thing hasn't run since 2008. I was like 10 years old when this thing ran the last time, so we're gonna take a lot of time to make sure that this thing is in good shape. I looked up how much a replacement one is. The whole unit that you see on this tray is about 30 to 35 grand worth of vintage Ferrari parts, and we wanna make sure that it's in good shape and then we don't mess anything up the first time we try and fire it up. So we're gonna be pulling both the valve covers off, doing the timing covers, doing the timing belts as well, everything, checking the valves. We're also gonna check, I might do a leak down test on the whole engine. There's a lot of freaking cylinders here, so I don't know if we're gonna do all of them, but if we do half of them and they're all good, then we'll be in good shape. We're also gonna get the fuel injectors firing again, just go through as much of this as we possibly can to make sure everything is in as good shape as it can be. So when we fire this up, not only do we have a working Ferrari, we have a healthy Ferrari. So let's get started. Rusty boy. All right, first part is off. We got a lot more work to do. Let's keep going. We're gonna spin this thing for the first time. Oh, if it moves, that's a really good sign actually. You can feel it has compression. Ooh, that's a lot of Loctite, brother. This is why I wanted to check the injectors. So I've got it hooked up to a battery, so if I tap this, you can hear it click. Hear that? That's the injector opening and closing. So if there's fuel pressure, it'd be shooting fuel in the engine. Right now, look at this one. Nothing.
The injector stuck?
Stuck injectors. So what we're gonna do is what Ricky and I did for the Neon. It's gonna wake it up. We got a 20-volt guy here. This is gonna juice this thing up and hopefully unstick this injector. I'm gonna find out. See the little sparks? Come on, brother. If this doesn't work, we gotta get a new injector for it. I'm glad we did this though, because we would have put this thing in and been firing on 11 cylinders and we would have been losing our minds trying to figure out what's going on. Let's go, baby!
Give me some time, baby!
I sat there for like 2 minutes doing that. It didn't do anything, and then Ricky starts doing it. We're back, baby. Unstuck. That's what I'm talking about. We're live.
Bam. All right, next.
We got 12 injectors and they all work. That's what I'm talking about. Valve cover is off and the cylinder head looks mint inside. We're gonna do a full inspection of the valve springs. We're gonna check our valve lash and we're gonna do a leak down on this whole bank of the engine, make sure everything's in good shape. So let's keep going. That is not good. Putting 100 in, only retaining 40. 60% leak.
This might have just got real expensive.
By the way it sounds,
Where's the leak?
I think it needs to be re-ringed.
Sounds like it's internal for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's in the head. Is this the only one that's down, or is this as far as you've got?
No, so cylinder 1 was 25%, cylinder 2 was 9%, which is money, cylinder 3 is 60. So I think we need a short block or to rebuild this one.
This just got expensive.
New piston rings, baby. You ready?
Damn.
While the cylinder heads are in good shape, the short block is not. I suspect we have a bad piston rings in this thing, or one of the pistons is damaged. That is way too much leak. Now, if it was 20% across the board, I would say possibly because it's a racing car, they put a really big ring gap in it to deal with heat, but that is an actual mechanical problem with this engine. That is not good. I got something to tell you, Evan.
What?
It is not good, brother.
Really?
Cylinder 3 has 60% leak.
That's not good.
So I'm gonna continue trying to find where it's leaking from, but more than likely, it's probably the rings.
Really? Not the head. Ugh. That's not good. Hellcat Ferrari?
Okay, Ferrari be sick. 4 out of the 6 are cooked. I've got cylinder 2 and cylinder 4 are the only cylinders here. This one and this one that have good compression. All the rest of them are not good. That is not ideal. So what I'm gonna do now is re-bolt the valve cover back down, put the spark plugs in, everything except for cylinder 3, and try and confirm that our leak is coming through the crankcase. If that is the case, then it needs a set of piston rings. So I just did a comprehensive leak down on bank 1. Now we've got 2 sets of intake valves leaking, a set of exhaust valve leaking, and 1 cylinder is leaking out of the exhaust and the crankcase. So I'm gonna check the other side. We'll do a comprehensive leak down, figure out where everything is leaking from, and then determine what we're gonna do to get this engine back up and running. So I've only got 1 cylinder that has leak down coming through the crankcase, so there is a chance we might be able to fire this thing, unstick those rings, and get away with just doing a head job to get this thing back up and running. Let's keep diagging. So here's where we're at. Of the 12 cylinders, only 3 of them have good enough compression to run. Every other cylinder was leaking from the intake or the exhaust valves. I had 3 that were leaking a little bit through the crankcase. In my opinion, all we need to do is do a really good head job, finish the valves, get them redone, get them cleaned up, get them seating properly, and that should be enough to get this thing fired back up. Before we keep cranking on the 512 engine, the boys from Ice Tech Solutions are here to make our engine look brand new and knock all the decades of rust and dirt and grime off the motor, so let's get to work. Look at that, dude. Sick. I cannot wait to see this whole thing done. It's gonna look beautiful. Huge difference. I thought this was silver before. That is not silver. Look at this. The shine on that, the finish on that, the fact that it doesn't damage the finish or the paint at all is insane.
Oh my God.
Freaking good, huh?
Oh, now we don't have to take it off and send it out for paint. That's awesome.
The boys from Ice Tech Solutions are done with the Ferrari engine. Let's go check it out. The fact that this is the same freaking engine we pulled out is absolutely mental. Look at this. The red came back. The manifolds look beautiful. It looks proper. It looks like it works. It still doesn't work, but it looks freaking amazing. Look at the gearbox back here. Transmission, the starter, block, the heads, everything looks freaking brand new. It's so sick. I love dry ice blasting. It turns out fantastic every time, especially on something like this where you have a ton of aluminum. It works so freaking well. I can't wait to keep working working on this thing, get it fired up, because it's gonna look sick under the hood of our Testarossa. But we're still missing almost all of our compression, so now we're gonna rip the cylinder heads off and get a full valve job done on this engine. We're gonna start by pulling the cams out. Let's get to it. We've got our timing belts completely off, so the front of the cylinder heads are stripped. Now we're gonna pull the camshafts out. I've got a table set up behind me. We're gonna put all of the lifters in order next to the cam in the position it was in, so everything goes back together the way it was. I checked the valve lash. The valve lash is spot on, so we don't need to make any adjustments there. I just wanna make sure everything goes back the way it was when we put it back together. I've got one bank disassembled, both camshafts and lifters are out. Now, the weird thing about flat 12s is that they're very long camshafts, just like a straight 6. These are the longest camshafts you're gonna find in any engine anywhere. Camshafts are made of hardened steel, so I have to be very careful when taking these out because they are strong, extremely strong, but they're brittle. If you're not careful, you can snap them taking them out. I'm sure Ferrari camshafts are extremely expensive. I haven't even looked, but we're not gonna risk it, so I'm gonna take my time and get these out slowly. All right, we're dialed in. Both sets of camshafts are out. That is the most nerve-wracking part of tearing this engine down. Now we're gonna pull the intake manifolds off, and it's actually super straightforward. Our intake manifolds are off, and now it's looking like a proper flat 12. Now the next step is to pull the cylinder heads. I'm gonna leave the exhaust manifolds on the engine for now because it's gonna be way easier to take them off if I have the heads on the bench. Now there is one problem though, is that I don't have the tool to remove the head bolts on this. Ferrari makes a very specific tool. So you can see the head bolt, but if you try and go straight on, it's actually buried by the cylinder head. So we have to make a custom tool for this. So unfortunately, we're gonna sacrifice one of our brand new Tang tool wrenches and make a custom Ferrari cylinder head removal tool. Let's get to welding. Okay, so the Ferrari tool looks like this, except it's got this on it. So I'm gonna cut this here and then we'll weld that together and then we'll have our tool. There we go. Weld that there, we're done. All right, time to see if it's gonna work. Oh, it works like a charm. Oh, it's beautiful, brother. Money, baby.
That's heavy.
We successfully got both of the cylinder heads off. I gotta pull the exhaust manifolds off, and then these things are going straight to a machine shop. We're here at Torrey Pines Collision. We're gonna drop off the 512 Testarossa. We've got it in the trailer. We took all the stickers off, and the next time we see this thing, it's gonna be in beautiful